Lesson 5.2, use linear equations in slope-intercept form. How do you find the equation of a line given the slope and y-intercept, given the slope and 1 point, or given 2 points? When writing an equation of a line in slope-intercept form, step 1 is to identify the slope m. You can use a slope formula to calculate the slope if you know 2 points on the line. Step 2 is to find the y-intercept. You can substitute the slope and the coordinates of a point xy on the line into y equals mx plus b, then solve for b. And step 3, write an equation using y equals mx plus b form. Now, given a point and a slope, write an equation. So we have to write an equation of a line that passes through 6, 3 and has a slope of -2. Well, the first thing we have to do is realize that we are writing the equation in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So we have to identify two things, the slope and the y-intercept. In this case, we are given the slope as -2. So we have to find the y-intercept yet. Well, we can use the point and the slope that we're given and use the equation y equals mx plus b to solve for b. So if we look at our point 6, 3, the 6 is the x and the 3 is the y. So we substitute that into the equation along with the slope. So we get 3 equals -2 times 6 plus b. Now we just solve that equation for b. So 3 equals -2 times 6 is -12. Then we must add 12 to both sides. So we get b equals 15. Now that we found the slope and the y-intercept, we can write our equation in slope-intercept form. So y equals, the m is -2 and the b is 15, so y equals -2x plus 15. Now, given a point and a slope, write an equation. So we have a line that passes through -1, 3, and has a slope of 4. Again, we're writing the equation in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So we have to identify the slope and the y-intercept. Well, we're already given the slope, and the slope is 4. So now we must use the point and the slope and plug that into y equals mx plus b to find the y-intercept, the b. So our x is -1, our y is 3. So 3 equals 4 times -1 plus b. 4 times -1 is -4. Now we must add 4 to both sides. The right side, the 4's cancel each other out. We're left with b equals 7. So now that we have our slope and y-intercept, we substitute those into slope-intercept form, and y equals 4x plus 7. Now we have to write an equation when we are given 2 points. So the line passes through -2, 5 and 2, -1. Well, we're still trying to write the equation in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So we have to identify the slope, m, and the y-intercept, b. Well, when we're given 2 points, we can find the slope by using the slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we label the 2 points we're given x1, y1, x2, y2. And now substitute those numbers into the formula. So we have -1 minus 5 over 2 minus -2. Negative 1 minus 5 is negative 6. And on the bottom, when you subtract the negative, it's the same as adding a positive. So you get 2 plus 2, which is 4, and negative 6 over 4 reduces to negative 3 over 2. So the slope for this problem is negative 3 over 2, negative 3 halves. Now that we found the slope, we can use the slope, and we must pick one point to substitute into y equals mx plus b to find the y-intercept, the b. So I will pick 2, negative 1. It does not matter which point you pick, but I'm picking 2, negative 1. So y is negative 1 equals the m is negative 3 halves, and the x is 2 plus b. So now solve for b. Negative 3 over 2 times 2, the 2's cancel each other out. We're left with negative 3 plus b. So now to eliminate that negative 3, we must add 3 to both sides. The right side, the 3's cancel each other out. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2, so b equals 2. So our equation in slope-intercept form is y equals negative 3 halves x plus 2. We must write an equation when we're given 2 points, 1, negative 2, and negative 5, 4. Again, we're still trying to write the equation in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So we need to identify 2 things to write the equation in y equals mx plus b, the slope, the m, and the y-intercept, the b. So to find the slope when you're given 2 points, we use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we label our 2 points x1, y1, x2, y2, and now we substitute those numbers into the formula. So we have 4 minus negative 2 over negative 5 minus 1. Now up top, when you subtract a negative, that is same as adding a positive. So we get 4 plus 2 is 6. And on the bottom, negative 5 minus 1 is negative 6. So 6 divided by negative 6 is negative 1. So our slope is negative 1. Now we're trying to write an equation in y equals mx plus b. So we're going to have to pick a point and use the slope and substitute them in to y equals mx plus b and solve for b. So I am picking the point 1, negative 2. So we have negative 2 equals negative 1 times 1 plus b. Negative 1 times 1 is negative 1. Now to eliminate a negative 1, we must add 1 to both sides. The right side, the 1's cancel out. The left side, negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. So b equals negative 1. So our equation is y equals negative 1x minus 1. Now we can simplify that by removing the 1 in front of the x to make it y equals negative x minus 1.